All right, today's lesson is Go Math 8.1. If you missed the class today or need some extra help, again, this is what we did. We have two equations, all right? So there's a lot of ways to solve to see if two equations are equal. And what we're going to do today is use graphing to do that. So it's very important for you guys to know how to use the slope-intercept form, which we did use in a lesson last month. And so just a quick review, whenever you have an equation in this form, the number that's in front of the x is the slope, and then the number to the right is the y-intercept. We'll go over that in just a second. And this is how you'll do it. You're going to graph each line. You're going to find the intersection point, and you can plug that intersection point into both of the equations to prove that it is correct. All right, so here's the first one. All right, so let's take a look at our first equation. It is 3x minus 2. All right, so I'm going to use this formula. The y-intercept for that one is minus 2. So I'm going to take my line and I'm going to move it to minus 2, which is on the y-axis. Okay, so I'm going to take my x, or I'm going to take my line, sorry, and I'm going to move it now to minus 2. So now it's going through there. All right, but now I have to make sure that the slope matches, and then the slope is 3. And what that means is that the slope is it goes over 1. There's not a number on the bottom. You can always put it there. So it means go over 1 and then up the number on the top, which would be 3. So I'm going to take a look. So it goes over 1 and then up 1, 2, 3. This is where my next point should be. All right, there's my starting point. And I'm going to do it again. Over 1, up 1, 2, 3. There's my next point. All right, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to take my line and I'm going to try to fit it now on those 3 points. I'm going to have to move it around a little bit. All right, so that one is now going through those 3 points. That one is correct. All right, now I'm going to do my second line, which is minus 2 plus 3. All right, so what's my starting point? All right, my starting point is positive 3. So I'm going to go find that on my y-axis. So here's 0, 1, 2, 3. That's where I start. Okay, and now look at my slope. All right, it's negative 2 over 1. All right, so that means I go over 1, and now here's my negative. It means I go down 2. So over 1, down 2, 1, 2. This is going to be the point as well. Over 1, down 2. There's the next point, and that is all set up now for my next line. All right, so here we go. I'm going to take it. I'm going to move it, and I am going to put it on my points there. So it's not perfect, but I can move it a little bit. All right, so there's my intersection point. My intersection point is 1, 1. All right, so really thin line here. All right, so that is my solution. And I can check my work now by taking 1, 1 and plugging it back into my equations. All right, so I'm going to erase these here. I'm going to start. Okay, so I'm going to take 1. Here's my 1 from x. All right, if I do it correctly, my y should be 1 right here. So take a look. 1 times 3 is 3, minus 2 is 1. That is correct. All right, I'm going to do it for the second formula. I'm going to put 1 in here. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 plus a positive 3. What's 3 plus negative 2? That's also 1, and so it matches there. So I have just proven that the solution 1, 1 is correct, and I did that using my graphs and then using the plugins there. All right, one more example. All right, let's look at this one here. All right, so my first equation is negative x plus 4. So let's find that starting point. The starting point is here again, the y-intercept. It is positive 4, so I'm going to find that. It's on the y-axis. There it is. All right, what's my slope now? It's negative x. All right, anytime you have a negative x and there's not a number in front, you can add a 1. And remember, you're to put the number on the bottom because it means rise over run. So in this case, it goes over 1. And then since you have a negative 1, you go down 1. All right, so I'm going to go over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1. And there's my line right there. All right, so what I can do now is take my Google Slides line. You can also draw one from the top if you want, just insert a line. But since this is all prepared, you might also just use this one. Okay. So a little touchy at times. So close enough, it looks like, right? All right, so there's my first graph. My second graph now is going to be 3x. My video is going to end in a second here. And I'll show you a picture of it at the end here.